King of the West is a concept that we came up with a number of years ago to test people's self-defense skills. So what we're basically doing is having a 20-second fight in a variety of urban settings where two combatants come out, they don't know who they're fighting until they're there face to face and the whistle blows, and then it's just a free-for-all. Anything goes. The rules are that you're allowed to hurt each other, you're not allowed to injure them. So by that I mean they need to be able to go to work the next day. So you can punch them hard, kick them hard, all those kinds of things. As long as you're not doing any serious damage, then it can go. A couple of things about it, why I like it, why we do it, is it gives those people, like I said, a chance to up their training, to see where they're at. It's a good yardstick to measure by where your progress is and how far you've improved. It simulates reality, so it makes it look and feel like reality, where someone's actually trying to take your head off as opposed to drilling. And the fact that there's so many variables to consider, you know, we do them in office settings, we do it in, we've got something that looks like a hospital ward, things like that. We do them in all kinds of various settings, just to see what we can get to work. We have a lot of highly credentialed martial artists do this, and some of their martial arts do not work in certain settings. So what we're trying to do is guide our syllabus into stuff that works, A, in a variety of settings, and B, under that kind of pressure, under that kind of stress, when someone is trying to take your head off. So we use that as a guide to push us to where our training needs to go to make us more effective at self-defense. One major reason why we do this is it teaches us a lot about ourselves, it teaches us a lot about what we do. An outsider looking at this video the common arguments we get are, it looks sloppy, we're not seeing technique, it's messy, and all those kinds of things. But if you watch CCTV footage and study violence, you'll see that that's how it looks anyway. And the counter argument people will put towards that is that, well, those people in the CCTV footage aren't well-trained people. But I pose a question to you, how do you know that? Have a look at a fight that breaks out at a press conference for a boxing match. Does it look like boxing? Not often. Have a look at an MMA fight where after the bell, a fight breaks out. It looks nothing like what they were doing 5 minutes prior. Why is that? That's what we're trying to address, that's what we're trying to look at. A lot of the techniques go out the window. Anything that's too complex and you need to think about, you're not going to call upon it in the time you need it, so that's why we do this. We set it up and we look, we learn, we're observant, and rather than sit there and go, no, we're not training well enough, let's try and fit this square peg into this round hole. How about we make it in line with what we're seeing? That's what we're trying to do. Have a look at that. There's a famous video of two martial arts guys. They start off squaring off, and look martial artsy for about 3 seconds. After that 3 seconds, they're windmilling and it looks terrible. That's what's happening, and that phenomenon happens worldwide. We can't deny it. And so that's why we do that. That's why it looks sloppy. And we're trying to fit stuff in. We're trying to make our training thrive under that kind of pressure.